I could keep streaming. I got the power back on. Everything was fine. And then I was like, well, now it's like, I don't know. I didn't want to. I was just like, okay, that's enough. And I'll stream tomorrow. So I ended the stream early because my power went out. Very weird. And then, to make things even weirder, 11:30. I'm closing down the house, locking up my back door. I look out. It's like a sliding glass door, the back door. And it opens up to a porch. I look through the back door, which I never do before bed. And I saw... There's like a pond behind my house. There were headlights in the middle of the pond. Car headlights. And then a turn signal starts going off on a car. And I'm like blinking because it's like pitch black outside. There's like no lights back there. It's like a dead end street and a pond, right? That's the only thing back there. Dead end street and a pond. And I'm like looking. It's not, the pond's not on my property. But anyway, I'm looking. I did. It felt like a dream. It's like pitch black, 11:30 at night, and I just see like the water reflecting off the headlights. I'm like, what? What? In the smack dab in the middle of the pond. I'm like, okay, there's a car in a pond. I think someone's in the car. I gotta call the police. Like, car's in the pond, so I called the police. And I'm just like, they're like, okay, what's your emergency? And I'm just like, there's a car in a pond by my house, and they're like, say no more. So. A bunch of cops showed up in the middle of the night, and I had to like go on. I have like a neighborhood Facebook group because I'm a old lady hag, and I posted on there and was like, just so y'all know, because right as I was making my post, someone was like, why are there cops? Why are there cops? I'm like, hey, there's cops parked outside my house. It's not for me. And I went out and I just like pointed with the cops like back there, and they went behind my house. And I was like trying to watch. I was trying like not to be nosy, and like I should have gotten a flashlight so I could have seen better. But I was like trying to look. Yeah, neighborhood Facebook group, man. They were all, because they were like, there's criminal. Like they had all these theories already. So anyway, I let them know that hey, there was a car. So I called the cops. There were like 7 cop cars and it was definitely overkill. 7 cop cars and the fire department. And there's a car in the middle of the pond. Yeah. Theories. What could have happened? My first mind was like, it was like 7. There were like, they had nothing better to do on a Saturday night. I don't know. But like, I was like, I just hope, my first thought was like, I hope there's no children. I hope there's like not a family. Like my first thought was like, did someone go crazy and like drive their whole family? Yeah. I don't know why there were so many, like that they didn't have anywhere else to be. Anyway, so that was my first thought. So I'm like watching, and I finally see a person sitting on the shore. So I think they got out of the car in the time before the cops showed up, right? And they're like sitting on the shore, kind of like zonked out, like something is wrong with them. And I'm like, are they injured? Is like, did they try to, like, what's going on? Why did they drive into the pond on purpose? Like, so finally, like, the cops were handling it. They were talking to this person, which looks like to be a woman. So they're talking to this woman, and they got a stretcher out, but then they didn't put her on the stretcher. And I'm just like kind of watching it. At this point, my whole neighborhood is out. They're all out. And I like went to my friend of my house and just like, hey, I just saw a car in the pond, so I called. And they're like, okay. I'm like, it's not me. I'm fine. This needs to go in the bathroom. So we gotta go move this to the bathroom. So at this point, I'm like, I don't know what's going on, but like I'm tired. And then the cops called back and were like, hey, what did you see the crash happen? And I was like, no, I just turned around and there was a car in a pond. And they're like, okay. So the cops eventually were like, they got a tow truck and they towed the car out. So it kind of looked like this morning, like nothing happened except for tire tracks in the grass. But it looks like nothing happened. Like I'm an insane person and I dreamed this, right? But then I went back on the neighborhood Facebook group. See, comes back to the neighborhood Facebook group, and somebody who lives in my neighborhood was like, oh, hey, my brother is a cop and he was out there at the scene. And he just said, basically, someone was really drunk. They were down a couple blocks at a bar. Well, several. It was like, that bar is like 3 miles away. Like pretty, decent drive. 3 or 4 miles away. So this person drove from this bar down a busy main road into the neighborhood and into a pond. Yeah, it was a drunk driver. Not as interesting as like, I don't know, aliens or something. Like a crazy thing that happened. It was a drunk driver. But what I'm just like relieved that they didn't hit anybody on the main road. And they just drove into the water, and she didn't even know. Yeah, I don't think anyone got hurt because clearly if she had gotten in an accident before she made it into the pond, the cops would have showed up already. So I'm just glad that like no children were in the vehicle. She got out of the car okay, but clearly she got arrested for drunk driving, as you should. But how did she not hit anybody? Yeah, the poor fishies. How did she not hit anybody? Like, I have no idea. Absolutely wild. So, yeah, apparently, according to the sister of the cop, this woman was so drunk she didn't know her car was in a pond. And she just like waded through the water to the shoreline like, my car's not in a pond. Wait, I feel like maybe the pencil should be on the desk. So anyway, there's my crazy story time. Would it be a cool photo to show the tracks directly in the pond? Yeah, I'll put it on Discord later, the tracks. Yeah, maybe not. I don't want to dox myself by mistake. Yeah, only young people get drunk like that. She didn't look that young to me, but I couldn't see very well. I don't know. I've seen older people get drunk like that. Maybe I'll post a close-up picture of the tracks. I don't know if y'all. I don't know. Can y'all dox me from a picture like that? Okay, hold on. This is not. Let's do jeans. Ah! You're planning on you showing it, just having it. Yeah. Oh, but the tracks go away and no one believes me anymore. I should have the picture. Yes. I should. Just because no one's gonna believe me. They're absolutely wild. In the middle of like this weird little retention pond situation. So yeah, I wasn't dreaming. It was headlights. But yeah, like, calling the cops is the right thing to do, right? I think it was. It was a drunk driver. Someone could have gotten hurt. I think it was the right thing to do. I'm gonna go with... There's a crazy JP dude who... Yeah,